The Chicago Sky get what is probably their biggest win early in the season so far, and a win over the New York Liberty, in which they led throughout most of the game, even though they only won by 9, still a big margin. Me and Steve are going to break it all down, talk about it all and more right after this.
Welcome to Chicago Sky Central, and here's your host, Haize.
What's going on, Sky fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Sky Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. Stevo and Haize, we in the building today. And Stevo, man, there is enough reason to celebrate the Chicago Sky get a 90-81 victory over the New York Liberty. The New York Liberty that came into this game 4-0 on the season. The Chicago Sky won every single quarter in this game except the third quarter. The first quarter was tied, so they won 2 out of the 4 quarters, tied another one. How do you feel overall about this game, Stevo?
We might be them ones. We might be the ones where a lot of us, we might shock the world when it comes to this team. The fact that we was down 4 players and we still got the job done against a legitimate. This team was in the finals. This team was a game away from being champions. So the fact that we came in where they have all the advantages, they got the experience, they have the size, they have the depth, and we come out here and pretty much outclass them from start to finish, from the coaching staff to rebounding to scoring. We outclassed them from start to finish. It got me feeling like, bro, not only is we already a playoff team, but we got the potential to be classified as a legit contender as well. So that's my little just brief thoughts about the game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I love the defense in this game. This is me and you started the season off, right? When we did our season preview, that we knew that the defense was going to be the thing that was going to come easier for the Chicago Sky, and then they were going to have to figure it out offensively. This game was one of the things that kind of brought all that home, right? The defense in this game was almost picture perfect. They played physical when they needed to, got timely rebounds when they needed to, steals, forced turnovers. The free throw discrepancy in this game really, both teams ended up going 13 of 20, but it was just felt like for a while the Liberty were getting all the foul calls. Take that for what you will, but like everything defensively that we needed to do this game, we brought, and then we allowed the offense. We didn't force it offensively, and I think the fact that we know that we needed Marina to be Marina. 8 of 13 for 21 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. We needed all of that. But then when you look at Only Wear Day, 13 points. Angel Reese, 13 points. Kennedy Carter off the bench, 13 points. Then you chip in 8 also from Lindsey Allen, 9 from Elizabeth Williams. Like the balance of the scoring. We only played 8 players in this game, right? And to have that shortened rotation against one of the deeper teams in the league who they played 10 players deep over the course of this game. And, there was a point when we were doing the live call that people in the chat were saying, well, the Sky looked gas. Yeah. The Liberty had an ability to kind of keep everybody as fresh as possible, but the Sky still outlasted them. When the Liberty briefly took that lead in the third quarter, I think it was, when they took that lead in the third quarter, I said, this is where we're going to know if the Sky can stay in this game. The Sky immediately went on an 8-0 run and got the lead right back and never let it go again. The way that the Sky competed in this, man, this game should have given people a whole lot of confidence. And by the way, Isabel Harrison, Camila Cardoso, Diamond DeShields, all out in this game. And Killer's coming back. We're a week away from Killer coming back, basically. It's not, listen, y'all can keep doubting the Chicago Sky if you want. You may end up on the wrong side of history if that's the case. This team, with the way that they compete, man, it gives so much heart, so much fire. And they have really taken the identity from Teresa Weatherspoon, and I love that aspect of it, man.
Yeah, 100% dialed in, 100% fighting every whistle, 100%. And that's the one thing that I think is probably the shocking thing that I could come away from the last few games up to this point. The amount of poise this team has in the face of any time, like any other team, we've seen even with the Fever, when they get into certain situations, they crumble. And then they mainly crumble because they haven't been in that situation. They not coached well. They fall into pressure. And every time we get into a high pressure situation, like you said, they came back, took the game over with, had momentum on their side. And we said, hell no. In your crib, we're taking this game back and we're going to beat y'all. And we're going to hand y'all first L of the season. So to have this poise at this early stage, gotta give extremely more kudos to Coach Witherspoon and his whole coaching staff. They training these girls exactly how they need to be, and it's only up from here. Like you said, we got 3 dragons that we still get in the cage.
And yeah, man, just it was just beautiful to watch, man. And when you see a team that competes like this, and you once the Sky started realizing that they were in the Liberty's head, it was almost like they said, "All right, bet. Let's take it a little bit further." There was a play where they got an offensive foul, and Angel Reese had the biggest smile on her face. Keep in mind, she was battling either John Quell Jones, Brianna Stewart, or Laney in this game at all points in time, and she did not back down once. Yeah, her offense didn't go, and the detractors are going to focus.
But theirs didn't either.
Exactly.
That's the key thing. She locked Stewie ass down.
Listen, Stewie was in the clamps all game long. She finished 5 of 12 with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, 1 block, and you know, so she still played really well. She filled up the stat sheet, but if you look at the game offensively, nothing came easy for Brianna Stewart today, and that's because of Elizabeth Williams, Angel Reese's defense on her. And they listen, the Sky defensively, there's almost no holes in their game, and we still got Camila Cardoso ain't even playing yet. We haven't even reached our defensive potential yet. We're 3 games into a completely revamped roster, and we just beat a legitimate championship contending team. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then coming into this game, I was like, Angel gotta not be in foul trouble. Mm-hmm. How do you go from that to she put the former MVP into foul trouble? John Quell finished with 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 fouls. So she outscored her for MVP, out rebounded her, and she got 5 inches on her and 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Angel, bro, y'all just can't. The more and more she plays, the less shit y'all can say.
That's a fact. That's a fact, y'all. Angel is learning as she goes. She's finding ways to impact the game. Fourth quarter, I can't wait to really, I know that the advanced analytics are probably going to take a minute to come out. They're not like available right after the game like in the NBA, but I would love to see like her efficiency in the fourth quarters of these, both not just scoring wise, but like rebound percentage, block percentage, all that type of thing, because it just seems like Angel already in the fourth quarter just kicks it into a different gear. And that's why you want players from winning college programs to come and be part of your rebuild, because I tell you what, she's playing out there like a winner. She's playing like this is an extension of the season she just got done with LSU, and I love seeing that. But another player, you know, I like to talk about I know Angel Reese is what everybody wants to hear us talk about. But we got to talk about everybody as well in this game. We talked before how Marina Mabry's had some slow starts so far this season, right? 8 for 13 in this game overall, 7 assists, 6 rebounds in this game, 21 points. How'd you feel about Marina's overall game in this one?
She played a complete game. She played a completely game. Like it's almost a perfect game from her position to be as efficient as 8 of 13, 21 points, crash the boards, get assists, get your teammates involved, help Dana out, and contribute on the defensive side. She just played a complete game, and that's what she's doing. She's turning more and more into the superstar that we all think and she will become. So she just living up to what everybody expecting her to, and she's stepping her name. She's stepping her name as she's one of those ones that y'all need to start paying attention to in this league. And even though I was looking at some of the chat around the league, and a lot of people started looking like, dang, who this little Steph Curry looking chick coming up in here? Like, yeah, like she's really put the work in. Her post game. That's one thing I want to touch on is she's really worked on that post game and drawing fouls. Like she just played a very complete game, and I couldn't ask for nothing much.
And the big shots, and also one thing. She doesn't shy away defensively. She likes pulling the energy out the crowd as well. Like she's the type of player that you want leading your franchise. Man, she has the right mentality. She puts it all out there on the court. There's times where I do feel like she kind of lets the lack of calls kind of maybe get to her a little bit too much, but that's just a nitpick to have a nitpick, right? Overall, just in the game, there's really like she's the perfect type of player that this city appreciates. Marina Mabry is that. And so Appreciate that so much from her. And then you look at the point guard play overall. Kennedy Carter, Dana Evans, Lindsey Allen in this game. You know, from those three players, you combine for, if I'm not mistaken, 30 points between 32 points between
32
those three
points.
ladies.
Yeah.
If you can get that from those three, that's what you want. Like, yeah, there are going to be certain games where the balance is different, right? Where maybe Dana or Kennedy have a big day and the other two maybe aren't scoring enough. But even if you look outside just the scoring aspect, the rebounds, Dana, smallest player on the court, still came away with 2 rebounds. Kennedy Carter, 6 rebounds. Lindsey Allen with 1 assist. Dana with 4. Kennedy with 4. Lindsey Allen with 2. That's what you need from your point guard play. Point guard play was overall really good, and I want to talk about that because it was one of my criticisms out of the first 2 games was the overall point guard play. How'd you feel about that?
Especially from Dana. I think Dana, she let the game come to her. She didn't try to force anything. At first, she at the beginning of the game, she was just trying to get a shot together. I think she went into halftime 1 for 6 from the field with maybe 2 points, and she just wasn't getting her rhythm together. Came into the second half really looking to facilitate and play making, let the game come to her, and it really helped her out towards the end, and she got going, able to finish 4 for 11 from the field. So I'm just glad that she's it's like she heard us, like she knows she didn't have the best week, she knows she didn't have the best week playing, so we definitely had to step up. LA definitely stepped up this game, hit some crucial shots, get into the lane, crucial decision making, and then of course Kennedy Carter playing pound. She just looks, sometimes she just pound for pound look like the best player out there. Sometimes she's out there fighting, like you said, finishing with 6 rebounds and 12 points, and she's 5'7", the second shortest girl out there on the court. Just 100% dog. And that's one thing I wasn't too much worried about. We know Teresa's gonna get her guards together, and that's exactly what she did.
Yeah. And they played really well in this game, came together, played well as a unit. There were a lot of times we were playing small out there. And you look, the Sky didn't complain about it. There are times where freaking Dana Evans got switched on Lanny Hamilton, and she's 6 foot, 166 pounds. So like, we don't back down from nobody, and that's this team has that pit bull mindset, and that comes from Coach Spoon. It just does. And I want to also spend some time talking about Oniwerde. Really good performance from her today. 5 for 12, 5 rebounds, 1 block in this game, 13 points. But what doesn't step out in the stat sheet to me, her weak side defense and off-ball defense really caused a lot of turnovers for the New York Liberty in this game. She stepped up big time. How you feeling, Stevo?
Yeah, she's one of my picks. She had to step up today. She did just that, like you said, on the help side. There was a lot of times where a lot of the dives and backdoor cuts was getting to the lane at too much, and she was seeing it. Like I think the first time is when she got the jump ball on Jaquil, and she came at the last second to help that block. And she just from there, she just constantly built off that. She knew she was going to be at the right shot, right times to get shots. She made them, but her defense. That's a lot of things she does. She's a very two-way player. She did a lot of that at UCLA. So, hey, like I told people, a lot of people was trying to say that shit. Like, I don't know. She was kind of like, I don't know if she's a real rookie of the year. Shorty can play, and she showed why she could play tonight. She's very well-rounded as a pro.
Yeah, a lot of people have doubted, talked about her Rookie of the Year campaign. She was the first, I think, Rookie of the Year in like 10 years to not score double digits but win Rookie of the Year, those type of things. And I get those gripes, I get those concerns, but listen, she was the best rookie of that year, and she's not done. Her role has changed since she's won Rookie of the Year. Her role is very different on this team. For example, like she's typically going to come off the bench and be that player that kind of has to play a specific role based off what that game calls her to do. There are going to be times where we're going to need her to score more. There are going to be times where the defense, the rebounding, those type of things are the most important thing. But she's shown already through 3 games an ability to say, all right, if this is what you need me to do, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And again, that's another thing that I think speaks to Coach Spoon, just having everybody ready to go, man.
Yeah, like one thing about her, she's built for the pros. She's built for the pros. She got great size at 6'1". She could play the guard and the wing if she needs to. She could guard 1 through 4. And like I said, she built up her game and skills to now she has a respectable shot, and we're reaping the benefits of it. So She could be a major piece for this team. And I think she's a major piece, especially that Diamond DeShields was out.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And, Diamond, foot injury. So at least it's not, the knee re-aggravation of the knee injury that kept her out all last season. So that is a good thing because you don't want to see any type of re-aggravation with the knee for sure. That's a big thing that at least it's not that. But Oniwerde is going to have to stay ready to go because Diamond DeShields does have an injury history, and you never know when her number is going to be called and she's going to be in that starting lineup. But the fact is that she continues to show, if you need me to do that, I got you. And so that's all you can ask for. And she's one of those players that, we talked about. There's a lot of players that are out to prove something on this roster. This can be looked at as a complete chip on the shoulder from a lot of people on this roster. Between the rookies who are trying to prove they belong in the league, Kennedy Carter, who had to take a step back, Diamond DeShields coming back from injury, right? So Oniwerde, who, people doubt her Rookie of the Year campaign. But what I've learned is you keep putting people in a position to where they have to try to prove you wrong. Those are the people you want to bet on, especially for this type of team that we have this identity. So I'm happy that she's here, man. Definitely happy she's here.
It just fits everything. It fits the city. It fits the coaching staff. It fits everything. And like I said, we're going to be the team that reaps the benefits of everybody that gave up on them too quick.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You can keep, like I said, you can keep doubting the Chicago Sky all you want. It's only going to be so long that you can keep doubting us and we keep beating y'all favorite teams is all I can say. And I can't wait to the ESPN game next Saturday against the Fever because that's going to be one that, everybody's going to be waiting. All the Angel haters are going to be out. And I can't wait for that game. But we got 3 games before we get there. Next game is Saturday against the Connecticut Sun. We'll be live for that game. And then we got Tuesday against the Seattle Storm. And then we got the Los Angeles Sparks next Thursday. So 3 all important games leading up to that. But yeah, that Indiana game's on June 1st. The return of Camilla. On top of that being ESPN, it's gonna be fun to watch. Man. It's gonna be fun to watch.
It's lit. I can't wait. Hey, the shy is burning. It's burning. And we coming with the heat. We ain't playing. And hey, y'all better be ready for it because we ain't letting up. We ain't letting up. OTAs just started. Hey, Chicago is where it's supposed to be in the summer. Not even gonna lie to you.
Anybody who hasn't actually got to experience summertime shy, I know that you can hear that and think that that's just a saying or something cute to say. It's not. Chicago's a different experience in the summertime. You really got to show up to Chicago for that type of thing, man. I'm gonna put this picture up here because the face that Angel Reese made here, I think, is a perfect way to look at how we were looking most of this game, man. Just look at that, bro. That's crazy,
yeah, man. Hey, whoever got that picture, hey, Cole for that one.
Hey, they caught it at the right time, man. Listen, y'all can call Angel a diva and all that extra stuff that Angel haters want to call, but listen, one thing that you can say about Angel is she keeps finding a way to damn win. And
we win.
She contributes to it, man. And so, I'm not putting it all on her because it's not, but like her, not trying to be, the diva, she barely calls for the ball on offense. Like that's something that you got to acknowledge.
Something she does. And that's something she used to do at LSU. Like she had to give me the goddamn ball. Like
exactly.
She understands and she's all about the team. And that's the most important part about it.
For sure. Yeah, man. Great game to watch, man. It's just this is one of those games where if you guys were watching the live call, I had to leave for a minute, not because the Liberty came back, just because y'all are starting to learn I'm a very emotional fan. Like during the game, I get live, I scream and stuff. But it's just like it was so many of those moments where the Sky changed the momentum and the fans in that building in New York. They wanted. Matter of fact, the first time Angel Reese got to the free throw line, they booed her. I don't know if you remember that or not. They booed her. And Angel, listen, from that point on, it was all about as a team. And this is why I love this team so much. Because it wasn't just Angel trying to shut up the Liberty. The whole team. Like there was a point where Marina Mabry cut and made a basket, and she waved at the fans in New York, bro. And I love to see it, man. Like, listen, people can call it cocky. They can call it whatever they want. Usually when people have a problem with it is because their team's on the wrong side of it. Me, I love when my team does it because they showed it on the court. You can be cocky and all that, whatever, when you show and prove on the court. This team is proving it on the court. You can't be mad at it.
Some of the greatest players are assholes and very arrogant, and
Yeah,
that's why
that's
they're
fact.
so good. So, like at the end of the day, sometimes you need that very arrogant, very confident player,
Yeah.
and it could be the one thing that carries you over to get you to that thing, because that's the one thing. The reason why they so arrogant is because, for one, they work as hard as they do. So they're not going to ask you nothing they ain't going to do themselves. So Angel is the same way. She's not going to sit there. If she's going to get yelled at, so she going to yell at you. She's going to hold you accountable. She expects you to do the same thing for her. And that's the same. You can call her what you want, but she wins. She's won at every level except down. And she looking like she's finna bring a winning coach to this league. So let's see what she do.
What do you think that it would mean? I know it's way too early, so please don't think that we don't realize that it's early. It is. What do you think a playoff run would mean to the confidence of the young team that we have? For keep in mind, even outside of Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, who are 22 and 23 years old, we still Kennedy only 25 years old, Dana Evans 25 years old, right? So we still have young pieces on this team as well. What do you think that would do for the confidence of this team?
Um, it just, I mean, I feel like the confidence is already there. I think what they're going to benefit is the experience. Is they're going to be put in certain situations in certain games that they've never been put in before. So when it comes that time when they're trying to actually go for the actual championship and that trophy, they know what to do. So not only like they already feel like that they can compete with anybody, but not only that, it's going to boost that more, but you're going to be put into situations that you're only going to be able to get in the playoffs. And when they get it, they experience it, they learn from it. When it goes down and they in the trenches that next year or wherever they make it back, they know what to do and they can make it further.
Yeah, get this team as being the onset first year of the coach, first year of the GM, first year of Camilla and Angel Reese. If they were able to get to the playoffs, and God forbid they win a playoff series, I'm not even saying that they win a playoff series, but let's say they do win a playoff series or whatnot. You're talking about setting off two women who are already two of the most fierce competitors that were in collegiate basketball last year. You're starting off their career getting the taste of the playoffs. That's how you start building dangerous futures and expectations, is all I can say there,
Yep,
man.
that's how you start making that winning culture, and not only that, but that's outside of the organization. That brings more eyes to you. That makes it when it's time for free agency and people want to come here. A lot of people we got more people we could choose that want to come here that could fit for this team. So yeah, like a win in the playoffs could do a lot of things, and it's just they're already hungry to win. They did it in college. You're just going to make them even more hungry. So,
That's a fact.
hey, I can't wait to see them do it because I think they can.
That's a fact. Great comment here from King. Says now everyone is going to be confused as why the fuck they need Amazon Prime, NBA TV, or League Pass to watch Angel in the Sky. I mean, I guess that's something because I've been a WNBA fan so long. So like, keep in mind, we're not far removed from primetime games airing on Twitter. Like that's literally where they used to air at. So like, I'm used to having to check. Oh, where's this airing at? Is it airing on? Can I just get it up on WNBA League Pass? Is it on Amazon Prime? Is it on
Yeah,
Ion?
I'm
Is it
used
on?
to it.
Like, yeah, it's so and I don't mean that to be an elitist. It's just like I've been around this WNBA thing so long that it's not it's in second nature now for me to say, all right, let me check to see where it's airing at today.
Yeah,
So
like I already know what game we play. Like I look
yeah,
ahead. Like you have to look
yeah,
ahead when it comes. You can't be like, okay, today is game day because you fuck around and be like, oh, I thought they was playing on such and such. And this is also a team. I mean, there's also a league where they change stuff at last minute as well. So you always got to watch. You got to pay attention.
So the next three games should be able to be viewed on WNBA League Pass if you have it. It doesn't look like they picked up on any national media outlets at all. So and they're not. Oh wait, no. See, this is another thing you got to look at. So our next three games are all at home. So if you're in Chicago, it's going to be blacked out on League Pass. It's probably going to be on Marquee then.
Then you probably, if it's in Chicago, you probably gonna be able to watch on WGN or WC what is the fuck 26. That's what I know what it is. I don't know. WCIU. That's what it's called.
Yeah. So, and then after that, the Indiana games on ESPN. The next New York Liberty game, which is after that, is on NBA TV, and then we're back on Prime, then back on NBA. Basically, if you go to ESPN and look at the schedule on ESPN, they have where it's airing in the TV section on ESPN. If you go to WNBA on ESPN, then go to the teams, go to Chicago Sky, and then go to the Sky schedule specifically, it'll tell you where each one of those games are airing at. So that's
you
a little
gotta
cheat
check
code
them every day. You gotta check it every day.
It's unorganized, and then because the WNBA allows for every game to be flexed, it could change the day of too. So don't overlook that. Like if the Sky keep winning and winning against the good teams, don't be surprised if some of these games their airing spots starts changing. Like especially some of the key matchups. So you got to just check that every day. I mean, we'll try to keep you ahead of it as well. We always are going to do pregame shows. So one thing I'll try to start doing is in that pregame show, tell you guys where it's airing to, so that way you guys can know. And we'll do it as a family is what we're basically saying here. We'll try to keep you guys ahead as a family. So
most definitely.
Yeah, man. Any last thoughts, Steve, before we get up out of here, bro?
Nah, man. Good dub.
Yeah, definitely big dub from Sky, man. Let's keep it going. Keep up the winning ways. We'll be back Saturday at 7 p.m. Chicago time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We face off against the Connecticut Sun. Make sure you guys are tuned in for that one. Next 3 games all at home, so the Sky can get some home cooking going on. And we'll see how well people show up for the Chicago Sky. Because I told you guys I was going to be looking once the Sky got home for everybody that was complaining about the press conferences not being what y'all wanted to be. Y'all make sure y'all turn out. I need to see the Wintrust sold out. So if it's not sold out, I'm going to be coming for y'all. Now, I'm not really. I love you guys. But I'm just saying, make sure you guys show up and support the Sky if you can. If not, make sure you guys are watching. That's all we ask for. But yeah, you can follow us at Chicago Sky Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoSkyCentral@gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail for the mailbag, which I'm going to try to get one out either Friday or Saturday, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. We out here.